Hey, ladies and gentlemen, fighting week 5 of Dana White Contender Series, September 5th. Rainn Guerrero. Rainn, how we feeling? It's pretty much fight week, about 7 days out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, basically fight week. It's like 7 days from weigh-ins right now, so that's fight week to me. Yeah, man, I feel good. This is like the best I've ever felt going into a fight. At the beginning of camp, I was kind of like, I didn't know how such a long camp was going to play out, but it ended up working out pretty good. No injuries and stuff like that. So no, I feel good. I feel ready. I'm excited. Just ready to get this weight cut done and get to fight day.
And are you cutting a lot of weight? Is it going to be a rough cut, or just, it always sucks?
No, it always sucks. It always sucks. But this is actually the best that I've been in shot 7 days out. I'm like 10 pounds out right now.
Okay.
So even fighting at 35, I've never been 10 pounds out 7 days away.
Okay.
So this is like really different for me to just be like not really worried about. I mean, obviously still cut, still gotta work, still gotta do it, but I don't have it like weighing in the back of my mind, like, am I gonna make it? I know I'm gonna make it. So this is like a totally new thing for me. Yeah, so this is like a crazy part of my career that I always heard about this, being able to do this, but I never reached it. So this is my first time, so I'm really excited.
What did you do differently, like diet or just a longer cut?
No, I started doing more in the mornings because most of my career I've only trained in the afternoons, like 3 hours, 4 hours, or whatever at night. But I think just like the metabolism of not doing anything all day and then just, eating and hydrating all day and then trying to burn it a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what the difference. So I started working out harder in the mornings before work. And it's that part. It's the waking up and burning and then getting your day started and stuff like that. I think that's like had my metabolism like super just like on point now. So, which I haven't been able to do before, in my careers, my other jobs and stuff. So this is like whole new thing, like all the stars are aligning and everything. So it's like I said, I'm super excited.
Well, let me just say, you look cut, ripped,
Hey,
ready to go.
let's go. Thank you.
Course,
Worked really hard, man.
And
worked really hard.
And we'll talk about camp in a second, but before that, I would love to know where you were when you actually got the call and what your immediate reaction was.
Where was I when I got the call? Oh, so I was actually in a hospital for work. Not like there as a patient, but I do like medical equipment sales, so like home oxygen, CPAPs, and stuff like that. Yeah. So I was actually in a hospital trying to find a case manager, and my manager Jason calls me and he's like, "Hey, we're in." And I already knew all that, man, let's go. But I had to be quiet because I was in I'm like like in these patient rooms and stuff like that. I was like, man, let's go. So once I got off work, man, I went straight to it, and man, we've been going hard ever since. I mean, it's like the only thing that's really changed from like getting that call to now is just like, I guess like the hardcore like diet, I guess, and eating clean and the morning stuff. But like I train every day, so I've trained every day for I don't know how many years since I started, right? But once we got that call, man, it was just like a whole new level of just like purpose. Because for a long time I didn't have a fight. I kept getting girls that would sign contracts and then pull out for whatever reason. We don't talk about it enough, but there's a plague in the regional scene.
Oh, I know.
Man,
I love my regional scene. I have a lot of women MMA people around here. Yeah, it's a universal international problem.
It's bad. I don't know what. I mean, I feel like if we just get a doctor's note, right? If you get a doctor's note or you get fined and you can't fight until you can. I think but there is no repercussions whatsoever. So unfortunately, not even my Tapology shows like even a quarter of how many like have actually pulled out on me and stuff. So so that was a big thing for a long time, almost like all year, really, since my last fight. And even before that, I probably had since my last fight last November, had I think 3 pull out before I got the call. So
it's infuriating.
It's been and it's been a roller coaster ever since. And so and then in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, this girl might pull out too. I may have like a whole nother opponent, or something. She gets injured and stuff, and then I get a short notice. So it's just like this whole time I've been like all these things have been going through my mind, but finally, man, we're here 7 days out.
And you're at War Training Center, fantastic gym. I actually spoke with Zachary Reese 2 weeks ago. he got it done last week. He also predicted you're going to get
Yes.
it done too. But how's he been doing? Is he on cloud nine?
Yeah, well, I actually haven't seen him because he's been
No,
in. I know he went back home. I know he stayed in Las Vegas for a little bit, and then he went back home. They had a parade for him in Shriner,
that's awesome.
trying to check where he's from. So I actually haven't seen him yet. But from what I've seen on his posts, yeah, Cloud9, man. I thought his interviews after he won was like super cute. You know, he's just like the most adorable freaking guy, I swear. So I thought that, you know, I really thought he was gonna TKO that guy. I really did not see him arm barring him. That wasn't really random for
Yeah,
me,
that was
but I knew he
nuts.
was gonna get it done. And I already knew it was gonna be first round, right? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to kind
No,
of connect the dots with him. But I actually knew him back in the day in San Antonio, and we actually both went from there, you know, over here to Houston at war. So yeah, I've known him for a long time. He knew me when I was a lot bigger too. So that's pretty cool that we're both you know, we're both here at this level now, and how he knew me back then, you know, when I started, and I was like, you know, a very heavy set person. So it's cool, man. It's cool to be here with him.
you guys came a long way together.
Yeah. Our paths, like, we went like boop, came right back.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And who's going to be in your corner for more? I know you can only have two people on Contender Series.
Yeah, I can only have two, so I hate that. That is like so hard because I have like a really good trifecta with my three coaches and stuff. Well, really, it's four if you include Josh. But so actually, my boyfriend Millie is gonna be in my corner, and then Adam, Coach Adam Copley. So I got them two, and then I also get two people to be like in the arena too, like as I guess fans or whatever. So I got Josh Snow, which is my wrestling coach, and I got Jeremy Mahon, which is my other head coach. So I'm still gonna have my four coaches, but we just
spread out.
They gotta be 6 feet away from each other, I guess. I don't know. But
that might
yeah,
be good though, because if you're over here, you got your coaches, and then if you're over there, you got your other coaches. So
yep, two in this year, yeah.
Yeah. And you're taking on Corinne Laframboise. Just talked to her a couple minutes ago, right before this interview, so I'll get into that in a second. But what are your thoughts on her as an opponent?
I think she's solid. I think she's you know, she never had an amateur career, right? She went straight pro. So if you really count like my amateur and then her fights, we're like neck and neck on paper.
Yeah.
You know, she's like 8-4. If you count my amateurs, I'll be 8-1. You know, so I think it's a really good matchup. I think she has a good guard, and I think she's really aggressive, and I think she does what she knows how to do with her fullest ability, right? Like, she's not afraid to like be in the pocket and really throw. So and you know, of course, I'm not either. So I think it's a really good matchup. You know, I'm excited for it.
If you can hear me, you're frozen. But it ended at a good spot.
Call it like beating her isn't just like a, oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, I guess. You know, it's like a no, like this was like a legit opponent to beat. So yeah, I'm really excited. I think she's legit. I think she's good.
So it's interesting you were so polite, because when I asked her about you, she talked so much shit and was super mean. I'm just kidding. She wasn't at all.
she doesn't really seem like that. That's
she was very nice.
I mean, I don't know her and stuff like that, but she doesn't seem like.
No, she was very nice. I asked her if you had a message to relay, because like I said, we wrapped like 15, 20 minutes ago, and her exact quote was, she smiled and said, yeah, excited to fight you. Good fighter. And then she said, be there, be healthy, and let's have a fucking scrap. And I was like, oh, cool. Sounds fun to me. So I assume you have similar feelings.
Yeah, man, it's all love and respect for me. You know, anyone that gets in the cage, win or lose, lopsided record, winning record, whatever, like, I have so much love and respect for all fighters. And, you know, at the end of the fights, you know, she's my war sister for life. But, you know, until then, you know, it is what it is. She's the op right now. But no, it's all love and respect. And, you know, I'm excited and honored to share the cage with her. But yeah, we're going to put on a show. It's going to be a dog fight. I already know. I'm prepared. I'm well prepared for it. I know what I'm stepping into. I have no stone left unturned. I know exactly what I'm getting in that cage and who I'm across from. So, you know, I'm ready. Let's go.
The best fights are the ones where both fighters are respectful of each other and just want to bang. So I'm excited to watch this one. Sounds like it's going to deliver. Do you have any sort of prediction, or do you envision this fight going any specific way?
No, man, this fight can really go. There's a lot of ways that it can go. You know, she She likes the body lock. She likes to, she likes to take people down. She has a good guard, like I said. I mean, we can do a lot of clinch fighting. We can also stand there and bang, I could see it going to the ground, having some crazy scrambles, getting back up, clinching, breaking off, striking again. It really can go any way, I think her game plan is probably going to be she fights normally, just throw hands to come in and just to clinch up and try to get the takedowns. So, she's not afraid to like stand there and bang either, and she'll like throw her paws too. So I could see that happening. I could see us just like wanting to put on a show, but I'm ready for whatever. But no, I don't really have any specific, like, I think it's going to be like this. I think it's going to be a dog fight. That's pretty much the only prediction I got.
If I awkwardly froze, it's because I lost you for a second, but I got all the good stuff out of that answer. So I assume you watched Dana White Contender Series, especially with your teammate having been on last week. So that being said, you know how it works. You get the win. You go to the back room. You're sitting there after you talk to Larasenko. You're waiting for Dana White to make his decision. What would you say to Dana White? What would your pitch be? Why do you deserve to be in the UFC?
I don't really have too many words. I think my hands are going to show why I belong in the UFC. That's what I plan on, delivering pressure and volume and devastating strikes. And I feel like my hands are going to do the talking. I think once he hears my story a little bit and kind of where I came from and what started me into MMA, and then just, like I said, backed up with, these manos, I think it's going to speak for itself on why I belong in the UFC. So I'm just excited more so to show him than tell him.
And I'm sure, ESPN, UFC have done some stuff with you if they haven't already about your story and where you came from, but just give my fans a little, and you're in the fans watching this of yours, sneak peek. Where did you come from, in short? What got you in MMA?
So it's actually a crazy story. So I guess when I start the whole thing right from day one, it really took me back to like my softball career in college and kind of failing on that, and like how I started like my depression, right? Just failing in college softball and stuff. And but really it started, after that, coming back home, losing my scholarship for softball. I got really fat and really depressed and really, I had an alcohol problem. I had a food problem, and I blew up to like 235 was my biggest. And then that kind of being in that dark place and being in that just lost vortex, ended up getting in a very abusive relationship. And when I tried to leave, he tried to kill me, and like literally came to my window in the middle of the night and like put a gun in my head, and like I had to grab it and like do like this sort of thing with the gun in the barrel in my hand, and it shot me through both my legs. And so I actually got, one bullet through both legs. And so that incident was kind of, the thing that, like rock bottom, I'm over here like trying to hide from this guy, he literally tried to come kill me. He's on the run, like this whole thing, lost my job, lost my car, lost my apartment, like all in the same time. And so it was that rock bottom of really just like losing my ability to walk for a little bit, and kind of just like all the things that led me to be in that relationship in the first place was just that was like the turning point for me. So like a year later after that happened, and like he's in jail now and everything, by the way, he's not still like running around here like
good.
but so it took me like a year to kind of get back on my feet, like financially and stuff. And so my first apartment after that incident happened and everything kind of was getting, back to a decent level. My first apartment back when they were like $550 a month. Yeah.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah, right. So it actually happened to be across the highway from Ohana Academy in San Antonio. And so I started cardio kickboxing there as a way to lose weight, shed the weight, and my plan was to go walk on to UTSA softball team. But I knew I wasn't the type to just go to Planet Fitness and work it off, right?
Yeah.
I knew I had to do something. So my plan was to do cardio kickboxing to lose the weight, go back and play softball. Well, once I was in that gym, right, it's a jiu-jitsu school. So I got peer pressure to put the gi on.
It's a wrap. Yeah, you're in.
Next thing you know, I'm having a smoker at 205. My next smoker was at 188. Then I have my amateur debut at 155. And then, kept knocking it down, kept knocking it down. I got like a 135 title fight when I was an amateur, had a couple fights at 35, then went down to, had a couple catch weights, then had a flyweight fight, and now we're here at flyweight. So, but yeah, that's how it was hitting rock bottom and getting shot. Really is
Literally,
how
man.
I found the sport and how I got here.
Well, I'm glad to hear you made it through hell and back and that you're able to fight through and make it all the way to a UFC shot. Like, that's incredible. What a great story. And like I said, ESPN and UFC better do you justice and share that worldwide.
Yeah.
When you get that win, is there a time frame you'd like to make your debut, or is there any names that interest you?
You know, I've been thinking about this, right? Because I know they asked Zach to fight within like a week or two or something like that. And like, so I know, right? So that has actually been playing on my mind. There was some things that I promised my orthopedic that I was gonna take care of after the fight. I pinky promised, but the way I feel right now, I think I can get one more. You know, I feel good. I feel like, you know, I feel like he can just chill. He can wait because I feel good, you know. So I might take a short one, you know, right after. But it really just depends on the fight, you know. If we have a 3-round war, of course, I'm not gonna ask, you know, within the month to get back out there. But you know, if we go out there and have a quick finish like Zach did, hey, I just might do it. Just might do a quick turnaround. But if it's a 3-round war, you know, I would probably like to give it to early next year.
And is there a specific like venue or arena, anything like that you have to fight in someday?
No. I do want to go like out of the country and stuff, of course, you know, because I'm very like, now that I've been like on plane, because okay, I've only been on a plane like 4 times, but that's like 2 trips, right? Like boom, boom is one, right?
Yeah, so that's twice essentially. Yeah.
Right. But okay, it's 4 different planes. Okay.
I got you. I'm the same way. I've only done it like 6 times. Relax.
Right. So, but no, so I'm very like haven't been too many places that you know, like driving, right? Like past driving and stuff. So I would definitely want to go out of country at some point, but I don't really have any like, oh, like I gotta, you know, I'm really just open for whatever. I'm down wherever you take. If you take me to Las Vegas every time, like I'm gonna be happy.
You just want to throw them hands, yeah.
Yeah. I really do like the experience of like seeing new cities, even if it's not like a big city. I love seeing new places. I love like seeing the architecture of, you know, like the buildings and how like other people build buildings, places, you know. I like new cities and stuff. So hotels, I don't know why I like staying at them. So yeah. I'm cool. Wherever you want to take me, I'll go.
Well, you ever fight in Philly? Cheesesteaks on me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
gotta get that Philly cheesesteak.
I'll get to that.
That's fine. I don't lie on these promises. I owe many fighters cheesesteaks and I deliver. Anyways, Rainn,
I deliver.
Before I get you out of here, a lot of fans, a lot more fans are going to be joining your fandom soon, and you're going to be on ESPN Plus. So a lot of eyes on this fight. Also, everybody watching this interview, watching you, a lot of eyes on you. Anything you would like to say to everybody? If so, the mic is yours.
I guess just shout out to my sponsors, my family, my coaches, my coworkers, my teammates. Man, I have such a big support system. Literally wouldn't be here without them. Even down to just like gas money, food money, like stuff like that, you know, just a little helps along the way. Man, thank you to everyone that loves and supports me, man. I'm doing this for all y'all. So thank y'all. Oh, shout out to Code 45. One of my day one. They sponsored since my amateur debut. So shout out.
That's dedication. That's real love right there. Thank you, Code 45.
Yeah.
And Rainn, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, September 5th, week 5, Dana White Contender Series. Check it out. ESPN Plus. Rainn Guerrero looks to punch that ticket to the UFC. Rainn, we'll talk when you're in the big show, yeah?
All right, yeah, let's do this again. Let's catch up.